I'm a boss. I don't have to pick or choose. That's for a certain. That's for a certain category of demographic. When you talking to Rose, I don't have to choose. When you sitting at the table with a boss, it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna go the way I feel it should go, and which is best for us all. Rose, if you ain't had no paper, if you was broke, Art Basel weekend, what have you have done to get some money? Well, first and foremost, I would have been in that Uber charging you $100 a mile. 100 a mile, 100 soon as you get in the car, 100 a mile, and I would have been strapped. Now you got the strap Uber driver, 200 a mile. I'm gonna tell you, if I was, when you see them in them high heels, man, I would have told one of them, hey man, y'all be jumping in for 3 bands for the day. Give me 3 bands.
Miami is a city built on luxury, nightlife, and big personalities, but even in a place known for outrageous stories, few moments have hit the internet as hard as Rick Ross casually claiming he could make $3,000 a day driving Uber, and do it while strapped. The clip landed like a shockwave. No music rollout, no press release, just Ross speaking straight into the camera with the confidence of a man who has mastered every corner of the hustle. So the real question hits fast. Why did this line go viral instantly? Because it wasn't just a joke. It wasn't just celebrity comedy. It felt like a window into Rick Ross's mind. His mix of ambition, exaggeration, humor, and real business principles wrapped in one wild moment. But this story is bigger than one quote. It's bigger than entertainment. It's a look at how millionaire entrepreneurs think, a look at the relationship between Miami's nightlife economy and hustle culture, and a look at why one statement from Ross had people debating whether he was serious, inspirational, delusional, or dropping free game disguised as entertainment. In this breakdown, we're diving into what Ross really said, why the moment exploded, whether 3K a day is even possible, how Miami's premium rideshare market works, and what this clip reveals about the mindset of one of hip-hop's most successful businessmen. And as we dig deeper, you'll see how a simple conversation about Uber turned into a conversation about work ethic, self-value, entrepreneurship, and what it means to level up in Ross's world. This is Taspectrum West TV. Tap subscribe if you want more stories that unpack culture, hustle, and the personalities shaping entertainment today, because by the end of this video, you might see the clip very differently. You might realize Rick Ross wasn't just talking about Uber. He was talking about opportunity, about taking whatever you have, no matter how small, and flipping it into something profitable. That mindset is why this clip spread across social media, created memes, debates, and headlines, and became one of the most surprising viral moments of the year.
I would have told one of them, hey man, y'all be jumping in for 3 bands for the day. Give me 3 bands for the day, and you could ride in my Uber. You feel me? You got on them high heels, your feet hurt, your toes, your second toe already hanging over your heels. Give me 3 bands, and you got a strap Uber driver, Art Basel for the day. The Basel ball. Little homie just asked me, Rose, how you decide which car do you drive for the day? Well, homie, honestly, it depends on how I'm feeling. Some mornings I wake up and I want to stay ashy. I look down at my feet, I say, damn, boy, somebody deserve 400 to do that big toe alone. And I leave it like that. That's how I feel. Drop the top. You know what I'm saying? Ashy. Drop the top. No watch. Rich, though. You know what I'm saying? Then some days you get up, you might want to get your feet done, shit like that. You might want to get fly. You know what I'm saying? You might want to put on some pink sapphire diamonds. You know what I'm saying? It depends on you. So how do I decide which car I'm driving? Who knows? I don't know. I never know. But it's too easy.
The moment the clip begins, Rick Ross isn't rapping, promoting an album, or building up a brand rollout. He's just talking. Casual, unfiltered, confident. And then he drops the line that sends social media into a frenzy. If I was broke, I'd be in that Uber charging you $100 a mile and I'd be strapped. Now you got the strapped Uber driver, $200 a mile. That sentence alone had people rewinding. The delivery was classic Ross, half serious, half comedy, but layered with that business-minded undertone he always carries. But what made it hit even harder was that he didn't stop there. He doubled down, painting a picture of Miami nights in the most vivid way possible. He described spotting someone in high heels, exhausted after hours of walking the Miami Strip. Your feet hurt, your second toe already hanging over your heels. Give me 3 bands and you got a strap Uber driver for the day. It's blunt, it's exaggerated, but it's also a raw snapshot of Miami culture, one of the few cities where luxury, nightlife, and hustle blend into one unpredictable ecosystem. And Ross captures that environment with just a few sentences. Then the clip shifts. A young fan asks Ross how he chooses which car to drive each day. Instead of offering a simple answer, Ross turns it into a moment. He talks about waking up feeling ashy, looking at his feet and joking that someone deserves $400 to do that big toe alone. Then he casually transitions into how that mood determines whether he drops the top, stays natural, or puts on pink sapphire diamonds. To some viewers, it sounded like raw comedy. To others, it sounded like another chapter in Ross's long-running philosophy. Embrace the moment, own your presentation, and let your energy dictate your moves. By the end of the clip, he switches into full motivational mode, thanking his city, urging entrepreneurs to network, and reminding everyone listening that a new year means a new opportunity to elevate. It's a transition only Rick Ross can pull off, effortless, humorous, and still rooted in the spirit of leveling up.
Man, first and foremost, thank my city, thank everybody that came out. What tonight is all about is making sure we understand we all partners, some way, form, or fashion. You understand we coming into a new year, let's take it to that next level. Some people fold, some people fly. Let's do what we do best. All the entrepreneurs you see around you, everybody that you see in this room is a winner. So if you got any questions, it's time to network. Let's take it to that next level. Love.
I'm going one more. You gotta have one more. Try that barbecue.
The internet reacts to a lot of wild clips every day, but every now and then a moment hits that perfect intersection of humor, shock value, relatability, and pure personality. Rick Ross's 3K a day Uber driver line didn't just trend because it was funny. It trended because it was so perfectly Rick Ross that the internet couldn't help but explode. What made it viral wasn't just the words, but the tone. Ross delivered the lines with a level of confidence that made people pause and say, wait, is he joking, or does he actually mean this? That sense of uncertainty where the joke feels half real and half fantasy is exactly the kind of content that social media eats up. Then there was the imagery. Ross describing Miami nightlife, high heels, sore toes, and a strap Uber driver felt cinematic. You could visualize it instantly. And when content paints a picture that vivid, people share it, not because it's factual, but because it's entertaining enough to repeat. Another reason this clip blew up is timing. Online culture thrives on personality-driven content. Viewers love when celebrities step out of polished PR mode and talk like regular people. Ross wasn't selling anything. He wasn't promoting a product. He was just vibing. That authenticity, raw, unfiltered, and slightly ridiculous, is what makes algorithms push content harder. There's also the deeper layer. Whether intentional or not, Ross taps into the current global conversation about money, hustle, and alternative income streams. People everywhere are searching for new ways to earn, new ways to survive, new ways to level up. So when a multi-millionaire casually says he'd hop into Uber and charge luxury prices, it sparks debate. Is he trolling? Is he inspiring? Is he exposing how valuable confidence can be? The clip became a meme, a debate thread, a motivational quote, and a comedy moment all at once. And that versatility is what drove it across X, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at lightning speed. It was the perfect Ross cocktail. Humor, hustle, exaggeration, ego, and entertainment served the way only he can.
You only live once. I ran into an artist and the artist asked me, Rose, I heard you wanted to sign me. I said if I wanted to sign you, I wouldn't sign you. I'd buy the label that you signed to. Strolling through CC.
To really understand why Rick Ross's Uber comments landed with such force, you have to understand the ecosystem he comes from. Miami, a city built on extremes. It's a place where the nightlife never sleeps, where luxury is normal, and where hustle isn't just encouraged, it's expected. And Rick Ross isn't just a participant in that culture, he's one of its most recognizable faces. Miami represents a blend of contradictions, high-end wealth pressed right up against grinding street ambition, entrepreneurs working beside entertainers, artists beside hustlers. The city is bold, loud, unapologetic, and Ross has always embodied that same energy. his music, his image, his business moves, they all reflect a lifestyle that's equal parts glamour and grind. So when Ross says he'd make $3K a day driving Uber, he's tapping directly into Miami's unwritten rule: whatever you do, do it big. Even if he's joking, the mindset behind it feels familiar. Miami is a place where someone really might charge $100 a mile for a luxury ride during Art Basel. It's a place where someone actually might spend 3 bands just to stunt for a day. That's the environment Ross is speaking from, one where premium experiences are currency. And let's be honest, Rick Ross himself is a product of hustle evolution. He went from corrections officer to rap superstar, from rapper to label boss, from artist to entrepreneur with over 25 Wingstop franchises, Bel Air partnerships and real estate ventures. His rise is a blueprint for reinvention, confidence in maximizing every lane available. That's what makes this clip resonate deeper than comedy. Ross isn't simply being funny, he's expressing a mindset consistent with his entire brand. If you're going to do something, elevate it, add style to it, add value to it. Even if the job is Uber, Ross imagines it with luxury pricing, exclusivity, and personal flair. In Miami, that logic fits perfectly. This section matters because it frames Ross's comments inside the world he moves in, a world where ambition is a lifestyle and confidence is currency.
Bro, you do it too. Oh,
Doggy.
Rick Ross,
What's up, baby?
you doing here?
You already know what it is. Heard you in the city.
Oh,
Gotta make sure you see the city like a motherfucking boss.
come on, hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Come on.